What's going on, DJs? It's your main man, DJ Prime, and today I'm here to talk to you about, let's just call it the elephant in the room when it comes to DJing. I'm talking about DJing lifestyle and your physical health, the toll it can take on someone who's really living what we call the DJ dream, doing big gigs, doing big shows, staying up late. And today I want to talk to you about 5 tips to help manage that lifestyle a bit better and how to set yourself up for success. What can you start doing today to make sure that you're taking care of yourself tomorrow? The thing I love about this generation of DJing is that people are actually willing to have conversations about their fitness, their physical health, and their mental health all in the same conversation, you know? It used to be that people didn't talk about these things, but nowadays we live in a time where we're more open to making sure we're taking care of ourselves, and we can ask folks for help. So for that reason, I'm looking out to examples I've seen, folks like Diplo, folks like Steve Aoki, who really put out the message that they're taking care of themselves like athletes. I'll go ahead and make sure I add a link to the description of this video, but there's a dope conversation of Steve Aoki talking about all the tour dates that he does in a year. Basically, he's out there doing 300 shows a year. And in order for him to take care of himself, to make sure he can last for the full tour and do that many shows, he basically treats himself like an athlete. So what we're gonna do in this video is share a few tips and tricks for making sure you manage the lifestyle and you manage your physical health, your mental health, and your well-being so you can do the thing you love to do for a long time, be there for your family and friends, and show up the way you want to. So disclaimer, I am not a doctor and I'm not giving you any kind of medical advice, but I'm just giving you some tips of things that I do for myself and things that have worked for friends and folks that I know that are in the industry. Let's get into it. All right, first things first, I wanna share some super top secret, classified, FBI will get mad at me if I share this with you, information. The secret to making sure you're taking care of yourself, hydration is key. That's 3 words, not too hard to remember, but hydration is key. You got that? Now, while it sounds simple, not everyone is taking care of the hydration. Not everyone's making sure they're drinking enough water in the day. And think about this as a DJ. If you're really living that lifestyle, you're up at ungodly hours of the morning. And I don't mean waking up early in the morning. I mean staying awake until 2, 3, 4 in the morning doing what you got to do. You might be out drinking. You might be out drinking. You're playing the jams. But you really have to make sure that you're hydrating yourself. Hydration is critical for a lot of reasons. But one of the biggest ones for me is it actually helps me to reduce pre-gig anxiety. A lot of people get stressed out before a gig. A lot of people get stressed out just in general. But for me, when I stay hydrated, my body stays more balanced. And it helps me just kind of, stay level, stay metered, and also have energy later on in the evening. But if you can take anything away from the diatribe I just went on about hydration, just think about this. Drinking more water and staying hydrated is going to reduce the impact of a hangover if you have one from the night before. I'll keep it straight up, keep it simple. The secret weapon for any DJ having this in your bag or having this with you before you go to your show is electrolytes, all right? Having electrolytes in your system are going to make sure you stay hydrated. It's going to make sure that you have the most balanced energy possible. So when it comes to electrolytes, there's a lot of different options you have available to you, and I found that there is one product that works the best for me, and I'm a huge fan of this company called Element. So it's spelled LMNT, and they make the best electrolyte powder you can possibly get. It's amazing stuff for me. I use it when I work out, but I also use it on the days where I'm going to be DJing and staying up a long night. All right, so let's talk about nightlife. Let's talk about nightclubs. Let's talk about parties and events. If we're being honest, this is not the cleanest business in the world, and I'm talking about clean as in like germs, baby. Things you touch, things you put your hands on. These are long nights and we're in this pretty hectic environment, right? There's all kinds of stuff that's going around nowadays. Of course, we want to make sure we're avoiding the Rona in the room. But aside from that, anything you touch can have a nasty impact on your body. It can have a nasty impact on your health. So we got to be mindful of that as DJs. So if you're like me and you're a DJ that's using Serato and using control records, and if if you came up doing DJing, scratching, all that kind of good stuff, I personally learned on vinyl, right? So a lot of us DJs have developed the nasty habit of licking our fingers while we're doing our thing. Partially as a scratch DJ or as a hip hop DJ, you're trying to get traction on your hands. So you'll typically it's on the record hand, but you'd be licking your finger. And for a lot of us, it's an involuntary thing that we kind of picked up over time. Thinking about 2020, thinking about 2022, where we're at today, it's nasty, all right? Straight up, it's nasty. It's something I need to stop doing, and I've actually worked really hard to break that muscle memory habit. And something that's helped me out a lot in that is a new product that I kind of got into. Let me see if I can get that in there. Ooh. Sort Quick. So the benefit of using something like Sort Quick is the fact that you don't have to rely on licking your fingers to get traction, which also means you don't have to get nasty germs that you pick up from around the nightlife industry, the nightclub, whatever, the DJ equipment. You don't have to get any of that into your system. I use this on a regular basis. I bring this to me with every gig. You can have all the traction that you need throughout the night without having to take in any of the nasty germs by licking your fingers. Bad habits die hard, and we got to make sure we kill these habits today. All right, the next thing to keep in mind is the fact that you need to really make sure you're nailing down what your priorities are, right? For me, I'm a DJ. I've been DJing and doing parties, scratching, doing my thing for maybe the last 15 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. I'm not great at math, but I've been doing it for a while, right? I'm a DJ. I do nightclubs. I do parties. I do events. I'm just getting into weddings. But aside from DJing, I'm also a husband. I'm also a father as well. I have priorities that outside of my DJing creative life, I need to make sure that I'm showing up for, and I'm showing up as my best self for, It's really important that you understand that you have priorities, right? So you need to make sure that you know what those priorities are. Now, a wise man once said, you can fix tired, but you can't fix hungover. And that's a fact. And I'm pretty sure you've all lived it enough to understand what this means. I have to make sure I show up for my family in the way that they need me to be there for them, right? So anything I can do to optimize myself, to make sure I'm doing the best job creatively as a DJ, but then I'm also showing up for my family and being there for them. That's the most important thing for me, right? It's all about priorities, and it's all about understanding where you place your energy so that you can take care of yourself and take care of everything you need to. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there as the most important tip. Bar none, this is the most important tip you can give anyone that's wanting to be in DJing or in the DJ lifestyle. Plan ahead. Do not drink and drive. It is what it is. If you're going to be doing this whole DJ thing and you want to be around for a long time, you need to be able to take care of yourself, which means you need to be able to make sure you plan ahead. Are you going to go out for a night drinking with the friends and the homies? You're going to be doing the whole nightclub thing? Don't drive. Don't drink and drive. It's that simple. Just don't do it. Best case scenario, you get home. Worst case scenario, you ruin your life and you ruin the life of somebody else. It's not worth it, right? Plan ahead. You have the ability to get a gig. That means you have the ability to get an Uber, right? Maybe you have the ability to get a ride. Make sure you're taking care of yourself because, this one stupid mistake that you make at any point in your DJ career can cost you more than you know. Uncle Ben said it the best, but it's like with great power comes great responsibility. If you want to be playing all the jams, you want to get all the free drinks, that means you got to have the responsibility in your system to just not drink and drive. So you know how they say that health is wealth? They're not wrong. It's important to make sure you're taking care of yourself. But on the flip side, wealth is pretty sick too. So make sure you stick around long enough to get that money. If you're passionate about this DJ thing, you're going to be able to get some dope gigs, do some dope parties, take care of yourself, take care of your mind, take care of your body, and let's keep it pushing as DJs. It's your main man, DJ Prime. Thank you all for checking out this video, and subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what your secret tips are to take care of yourself. They don't have to be secret anymore. Put them out there for the people. Let's all help each other grind. Let's all help each other become successful. Thank you all for checking out this video. Peace.